Alright, so we were out in Kansas doing a little herping for the weekend. I did this trip last summer in August when it was way too hot and got rained out with some major storms both nights, so ruined my road cruising. But I hear springtime is the time to do it, so we're going to try it again and see what we can find. I got my buddy Joe with me.
Yeah.
Can't tell if you're on there. So anyway, Joe is as giddy as a schoolgirl. He keeps giggling and squealing every time I tell him how many snakes we're going to find. Wait a minute, maybe that's me. Anyway, let's go find some snakes. So just to give you a little rundown of what our game plan is, we're starting in North Kansas. We're going to start up here, try to get some of our targets up in this area, and if everything goes well within the next day or so, we're going to head down to the south part of the state and target some different species. Our top targets, at least for up here, my number one target is the Central Plains milk snake, which I've never had the opportunity to see in the wild before. So my second target would probably be the Plains hognose snake, which I have had breeding pair as pets before, but I've never seen one of those in the wild. That would probably be Joe's number one target. After that, just the normal bull snakes, Great Plains rat snakes, coach whips. As far as other goals, I told Joe we're going to find 100 snakes and at least 10 species. Joe found our first snake of the trip, a ringneck. We're going to see a lot of these, I'm sure, so not going to film them all, but at least we got the first one documented. Second herp of the day, within about 3 minutes of Joe finding the ringneck, was not a snake, although it looks like one. It's a glass lizard, western slender glass lizard. Pretty awesome. Here's species number 2, a yellow belly racer. Very pretty, nice yellow belly. Stay still. There it is, my number one goal, Central Plains milk snake. Awesome, awesome looking little snake. Joe and I flipped him together under that big rock right there. Took two of us to lift it up. I'm glad we did. Alright, right after we got the milk snake, found this lion snake. Another lifer for me. It's awesome. Another look at this guy. Getting some pictures, we got him sit still, but of course he's hiding his head. There he is. Well, Joe just yelled at me. We stopped at a road cut, and he had gone up the road away. He made me run all the way up here. He found a baby Massasauga. That's my third lifer already for the day. Awesome. He's just a little guy. We've got our second lion snake. I just double flipped two more line snakes. guys will not sit still. Just got a Great Plains rat snake. This is yet another lifer for me. That's what? 4 in one day. 4 in one day because the line stinks. Slipped him under 10 right there. He was alongside a big Great Plains skink that I tried to grab as well, but my priority was getting this guy. Joe just found a dead glass lizard under a rock. Kind of weird. Look at that beauty. I hope it's focusing, I can't really tell. Red-sided garter snake. Underneath this tin right here. Man, that is beautiful. Almost like a bright orange. I hope the camera's doing it justice.
My right eye is like...
Joe just got another Great Plains rat. Flipped under a rock on this hillside. It's in shed. There's his head. Just got a dead speckled king snake under a rock. And that's the second dead animal we've found here at this spot. I don't know what the deal is. You got another dead animal. Looks like a Great Plains skink. But it's dead under this radiator. We just flipped a bull snake at night under that big piece of metal. Pretty cool.
Decent size.
Awesome. He's got another little red-sided garter. He's cranky. Yeah, that's it. Keep on biting. There you go. You got me.
You're nuts.
So check this out. I just flipped 4 ringneck snakes. And almost didn't notice this guy first. There's a lizard right there. I think it's a collared lizard. Yep. Very dirty one.
Like,
yikes. You need a bath, buddy. Nice full moon tonight. The joys of herping in the middle of the night. And you're going down dirt roads that suddenly get completely impassable because of washouts. But the place you wanted to go to was just down the road a little ways. So you walk a little further than you thought you were going to have to get to it. Only for, what, 5 ringnecks? And 7 ringnecks and a collared lizard. Guess that makes it worth it. Well, day 2, 6:54. Spent the night in the car and it got colder than expected. There was some deer down there, but I think we may have headed off. Anyway, it's 42 degrees outside. We had to start the car not too long ago to warm up. And not sure exactly what we're going to do. I guess just go out and start flipping. Hopefully some snakes will be under stuff. Yeah, I forgot to mention that we ended the day yesterday with 50 snakes. So we're halfway to our goal. 2 days to go. cold when the ringnecks just lay there. Don't even move or try to get away when you flip them. Some more cold morning flipping. Got 3 ringneck snakes and a bull under one piece of tin. Pretty awesome. Oh yeah, this was a little cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Doing a little slow motion strikes. Yep, you missed, buddy. Got this nice big boy under this big piece of plywood. He's a little cranky. He's probably 4 foot long. Very nice. No wonder people mistake them for rattlesnakes. The defensive poses they take and the sound they make. Yeah. That's awesome. Don't fall off, buddy. There you go. Here's the bull snake we found last night after dark. There you go. Anyway, we just kept him overnight because we wanted to get some shots of him during the day. And we'll let him go. Got all zoomed in. Got another Great Plains rat. Another nice looking juvenile. This tin. Very, very pretty. Almost a greenish color on the blotches. Just flip this big rock, and finally got another Central Plains milk. That's what I've been waiting for. Ooh, there he goes. He's gonna give you another shot of this guy on top of the rock. He decided he wants to take off. There you go. Very pretty. Nice big Great Plains skink. I've seen a lot of these guys, but this might be the biggest. There was one that was pretty big too. Might have been about the same size. But I sure do like these. See that collar. And I'll take a snake bite over a collared lizard bite any day. Well, we made a stop here at the wetlands so we can see some water snakes. Where'd he go? Add another species to our list here. This will actually bring us up to 10 species for the trip, so it meets our goal there, and we're already well over 100 snakes on day 2. And then we're gonna head south to the southern part of the state, target some other species. Species we'd like to target down there would be long-nosed snakes, night snakes, glossy snakes, and ground snakes, I guess. Just cruise to Massasauga, however you say it. It's a little bit bigger than what we saw the other day. It's pretty chill. Not even doing the head twitch very much. There's a little bit. Move a little bit so I can get the side of his head maybe. Get some still shots too. That's awesome. I love these Kansas ringnecks I'm finding. They have the wider ring around the neck. It's almost got a little shape to it, like a little collar. It's awesome, and they're so much lighter, a light silver color to the dark gray we have. I found a ground snake. Joe found it. It's got that faint orange stripe running down the back. These guys are super variable, if you know anything about them. So it's one of the species we were hoping to find here in the southern portion of the state. All right, we just got a coach whip. Joe grabbed him underneath that big piece of metal there. We saw one over on the end of that junk pile. We flipped a longer piece of metal together, and we had to chase him. We chased him under a different big piece, flipped that. He shot out from under it before we could grab him. We had to chase him under a few things, and this is the direction it came. We're not 100% sure if it's the same one or not. It very well could be, or it could be a different one, but it's a nice looking coach whip. Got him sitting still for the moment. I've got a second coach whip here at the same site. He's like backed into this pipe. I've got him grabbed. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull him out. I don't want to hurt him. So I figured I'd get footage of him first before I try. Gently. There we go. That's the second coach whip. Got him pulled out alright. It's a little smaller than the last one. And we got a night snake. Chihuahua night snake. That is the second species that we came down here to target. Down to the southern part of the state. And that is awesome. These things are so cool. They have the elliptical pupils like the venomous snakes do. Or like the pit vipers do. In Missouri, they always tell people, you know, elliptical pupils, that means it's venomous. Round, that means it's safe. Well, it's not true in all places. Sweet. I don't know why it's got to be so hot every time I come to Kansas. First day, it was beautiful. High of 70. Got down to 42 that night. And yesterday went up to 85. Today, it's supposed to be 89. It's got to be getting close to that. Man, in April, I didn't think it'd be this hot. Night snake number 2. Got another ground snake. He's not wanting to sit still, of course. Well, it is windy. I hope you can hear me. We're on our way home. We've got a long ways to go, but we're just stopping at places that look promising. You know, the Lamprepeltis have really eluded us on this trip. We got the 2 Central Plains milk snakes, or Western milk snakes, if you want to go that way, up north. And I expected to see more of those. I was really pleased with finding those, but I expected to see more. And we haven't seen any king snakes. No prairies, no speckleds. But So we're still down here in the southern part of the state, and I just, under this Pissy 10, even though it's almost 90 degrees out, flipped this Central Plains milk snake. Awesome bonus on the way home. So really, really excited about that. It's been quite the trip. As of right now, we've gotten 137 snakes, 13 different species. Our goal was 100 snakes and 10 species, so very successful trip. We're very pleased with it. And this is just the icing on the cake right here. Alright, still on the way home. Just saw this guy crossing the road. Another red-sided garter snake. Isn't this a lovely way to end a herping trip? Broken down on the side of the road about 3 hours from home, and quite a ways from the nearest town. So now we got to figure out how to get home. Well, we ended up with 145 snakes, most of them ringnecks, of course. Got to throw that disclaimer in, but if you're going to look for other snakes, you're going to find ringnecks, and 13 different species. So other than this little snafu, we had a great trip. Thanks for watching.